We know that it can sometimes be difficult to keep track of special events or upcoming appointments for your business. Was the vet coming by Thursday or Friday? What time is the farmer's market supposed to start? When are you scheduled to make this week's CSA delivery? FarmBright has a solution that will help you stay organized. While the schedule might look like a simple calendar at first glance, it has many unique selections and abilities that can help you organize your work and manage your business operations. To access the calendar, just click on Schedule, and you'll be brought to the default view with Today highlighted. The first thing that I want you to know about this calendar is that yours might look slightly different than what you're seeing in this video. FarmBright automatically determines your geographic location based on your browser settings, and then adjusts the calendar for your local preferences. This might change what day of the week it starts, the direction in which it's read, or enable a 12 or 24-hour time clock. And if you did want to override that and have it start on a particular day of the week, you can navigate to your settings and then set that here. We'll select Monday. When we go back to the calendar, we'll now see our week starting on Monday. And beyond that, you'll also have configuration selections in the upper right to choose how you'd like the calendar to display. You can view the entire month, a week at a time, just one day, the entire year, or a list of events if you'd prefer. You can also filter the list to see all events that are assigned to you, those that are unassigned, or those already assigned to a particular user. Let's go back to the week view and take a look at some examples for how you might use this calendar. First, we've created an all-day event to denote a holiday. You'll see this all-day header that is displayed on every day of the calendar. If you have an event for that day that is not time-specific, you can mark it as all day to be displayed here. Next, see that we've created 3 different individual events for unique situations that are happening around our farm. We have a veterinarian coming by on Tuesday to check out one of our animals, an agronomist visiting on Wednesday to examine our orchard, and then a mechanic scheduled to work on our pickup truck on Thursday. You can see that each one of these is associated with a record so that we know exactly what these events are for. We also have repeating tasks from our task list shown on the calendar. Cleaning the stalls and feeding the chickens are 2 things that we do every day, and when we mark this instance as completed, we'll see the next one added to the schedule. To be clear, you won't see the next instance of a task until the current instance is completed. However, you can also create recurring events, like our farmer's market that takes place on Saturday, that will automatically be shown on the calendar for their next instances in the future. So now that you've seen some examples of the features that you can use, let's take a look at creating your calendar appointments. You'll have 2 options here, adding an event or adding a task. There's some overlap between these two, and in the end, which one you use is up to you. Be aware that the events will only be shown on this schedule, where tasks that have a specific due date can be shown here and on your task list as well. Tasks also have additional features that allow you to track the time spent, add map locations, and create subtasks in a checklist. We encourage you to explore both options and pick what works for you, and of course, you can use a combination of them as well. For our example, we'll add an event. A new window opens, and you'll use it to supply information about this new event. You'll be able to provide many details for the event, but note that only a title and date are required. All other fields are optional. In our example, we're going to create a calendar event for a livestock show that takes place on Sunday the 17th. We'll get started a little earlier in the morning, and it will run through the afternoon on the same day. Also, note the all day checkbox. You can use this if you'd like the event to be displayed in the header row, like the holiday we referenced earlier. You'll also be able to add additional details in the description field. We're going to bring a specific goat to the livestock show, so we can also associate the event with his record. Doing so will give us a direct link to get to the animal record right from the event, and will also display this event on the schedule on that animal record. We can optionally choose a user to assign this event to, and select a color to display on the calendar too. And if this livestock show was something that repeated, we could choose to repeat this event on the calendar daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. Perhaps we want this to show up on the same day next year. We can say to repeat every year, and then add an end date for that as well. While this might not really be necessary for this single occurrence of the livestock show, as just a couple more examples here, if you had an event that happens every 2 weeks, you can choose weekly and then decide how often it repeats, Or if you had something that repeats every 3 months, you can make a similar selection. We'll leave this blank for our single livestock show and then create the event. We'll see it added on Sunday, and we can always click on it to read the additional details or make any changes by clicking Edit. And if in some unfortunate circumstance the show was canceled, we could always click the trash can icon to delete it as well. Now, you may have noticed that we added some additional information in the description of our event that was meant to remind us to groom that goat prior to the show. If you wanted to make sure that that happens, we might add a task to the schedule as well. We'll give it a title and a due date, and see that we can also set a due time. If the show starts at 9, we'll want this done by 8. And depending on how dirty he is, we might have to start this a little bit earlier as well. I'm showing you this example because I specifically wanted to go over a few of the additional features that are available on tasks that are not included in events. If the task is more than one step, you can add checklist items. Maybe we need to get our grooming supplies, actually do the grooming, and even remind ourselves to record that treatment in the software. You can optionally assign these subtasks to different users, and each user that you select will also get a notification that they have a new task assigned. You can also assign the task to one person overall, who would act as the manager and ultimately be responsible for task completion. You can also optionally add a geolocated map location. Maybe we want to mark the barn where Chris will get those supplies. The task can also have a status, we'll mark this as to do, and a priority, which we'll set to high. You can also add an attachment if you need, in this case maybe a grooming guide document, and you can associate the task with a particular record too. And like the event, you can choose a color for it so that you can easily visually identify it on the calendar, and you can choose if it repeats. Once the task is completed, you can record how many hours were spent on it, which is also reportable later on your task reports. We'll create this, and then see it added to the calendar. In addition to seeing these tasks and events on the main schedule, you'll also see them on the records that they are associated with. Because we've connected this event to our goat, we can click the link, be brought to their record, see that they have an upcoming appointment, and navigate to their individual schedule to see the tasks and events shown here. Before we wrap up, let's go back to the schedule and check out a few other features. Under the Actions menu, you'll see options to add an activity journal and to download and publish your calendar. Adding an activity journal automatically creates an all-day event that you can use to take some notes about what happened that day. This is a great way for you to log visitors, deliveries, and new animal additions to your farm. After we save, we can go to the week view and see that it was automatically created as an all-day event. The last feature that we'll take a look at is a way for you to integrate your FarmBright calendar with other existing calendars. Maybe you're used to using Apple, Google, or Microsoft calendars. If you'd like to see your farm events added there, you'll have two choices. You can download your calendar, which will download a file of all current events that you can then import into your personal calendar, or you can choose to publish your calendar, which brings you to your profile and publishes your calendar feed. You can then copy this URL and use it to create a constantly updated sync between the FarmBright calendar and the one you're used to using outside of the system. Okay, that's going to take us through using the schedule. Reach out to us if you have any questions. We're always happy to assist.